5:15 on Monday, September 26, 2016, and the Carroll City Council meeting is now in session. Will everyone please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. I see Jerry, okay. That's all right. I saw him. Kelly. The first item we've got this evening is we are going to recognize the retirement of Kelly Glass from the Rec Center. And Jack.
Thank you, Mayor. We'd like to have Kelly come up here to the front, please. And Mayor, if you'd like to come too. Kelly has been working with the Carroll Rec Center since August 7th, 1980. Started out part-time, I believe, and then went full-time a couple years after that. So she's been with us over 36 years. Worked control desk. Probably hundreds, if not thousands, of lifeguards have been trained through Kelly. You know, as long as I've been here, 12 years, never once has the rec center not been open at 5:15. We open at 5:30, but she's there Monday through Friday, vigorously there, opening up with a smile on her face. So this will be hard to replace Kelly. She does a lot of things. I know when we were in between rec center directors, I called Kelly numerous times to help out lifeguarding and just doing different stuff, working control desk. And if she was able to, she would help out the rec center as much as possible. So with that, Kelly, I'd like to present this to you. Oh. 36 years of service with the city.
Congratulations.
Did you get it or not?
Yes, I did.
Okay. Thank you.
Kelly, anything you'd like to say?
No.
I think we were lucky just to get her here.
Yeah.
Thank you.
All right, the next item is the consent agenda, which requires the approval of the minutes of the September 12th meeting, approval of bills and claims, and renewal of a Class C liquor license with Sunday sales and outdoor service to Bloomers, Inc. Need a motion to approve the consent agenda.
So moved.
Second.
There's a motion and a second. Base? Yes. Fleshner?
Yes.
Haley?
Yes.
Seaman? Yes. Benami?
Yes.
Cox?
Yes.
Motion is approved.
Thank you. Are there any oral requests and communications from the audience for things not on the agenda? Steve? Yes, sir. Come on up and give us your name. And
Thank you very much, Mr. Mayor and council members. My name is Steve Blackburn. I own the Brown Shoe Fit here in Carroll. So the reason I wanted to come up today during some open discussion was to relay some concerns that have been brought to me about the removal of the stoplight on Adams and Court. I know I sent an email out to everybody on Friday. I'm sure you probably got that. A lot of what I want to mention here in a more open public forum is what I wrote down in the letter. But as a chamber board member and a downtown business owner, I'm kind of a sounding board for a lot of other downtown business owners. And I can convey to you that without a doubt there's deep concern over the removal of the light on Adams specifically and on Court, obviously, because they're both being done at the same time. The number one concern raised to me on almost a daily basis is pedestrian safety. Though I know in 2005 and 2015, warrant analysis was done on Adams Street, and pedestrian safety was not met by that warrant analysis. I don't think it goes without saying that removal of the stoplight does not make it a safer atmosphere downtown, even though it may not be warranted federally. I'm concerned that it is less safe. But of greater concern, even if it's not less safe, is the perception that it's less safe. As a business owner, perception is one of the main marketing strategies I have in conveying myself to my store to the community. And even if it's not accurate that it's less safe, if the perception is there that it's less safe, inevitably it will lead to a decrease in foot traffic. Now, I can say this with experience on the matter. I have been working in retail for 24 years. I've been in 4 communities. 4 of those communities now have faced traffic fluency issues around their central shopping district. 2 of them were disasters from my perspective. 1 of them was a success story. I'll relay those very quickly. I know your time is very valuable. So, Garden City, Kansas is where I grew up. I started working in retail there 24 years ago. Traffic fluency around Main Street in Garden City, Kansas was raised as an issue. Traffic was sped past the downtown Main Street, Garden City. I would challenge any council member to see what Main Street, Garden City, Kansas looks like today. It is not a shopping center anymore like it used to be. I then moved to Lawrence, Kansas. I know, home of the Jayhawks, I apologize. Downtown Lawrence, Kansas is one of the best downtowns I have ever seen, especially for a town its size. And the reason why it is that the community, the council, various other organizations in Lawrence care very deeply about the downtown and want to maintain it as a shopping district, and have done so past traffic fluency issues and things of that nature to make sure that the downtown is preserved and kept as a shopping district. Clinton, Iowa, where I was at before I came to Carroll, ran into the same problem as Garden City. Traffic fluency was an issue. Traffic was sped past the shopping district. 5th Avenue South in downtown Clinton is a skeleton of what it used to be. Right on the Mississippi River, it used to be a thriving downtown. It is no longer that way. I am concerned, and a lot of the other business owners downtown are very concerned, not just that pedestrian safety is not going to be as maintained with the traffic light removed, but that perhaps removing the traffic light may send the wrong message. And that message is that our central shopping district is not as important to us as it once was. That though legitimate concerns with traffic fluency that there are, perhaps there are other concerns that may need to be valued as well. When I moved to Carroll 4 years ago, and almost on a daily basis when people from out of town come into my store, it is amazing to me the kind of shopping center we have in a town this size. 10,000 people, and we have an incredible amount of shopping. And I am concerned that efforts such as this may lead to giving the perception that our community doesn't value the central shopping district like I feel like we should, and like I feel like we do now. Those are the concerns that are raised to me all the time, and I feel like, I want to make sure that though the study may not consider business impact that we will be presented on October 10th, that is a big impact on removing the stoplight on Adams Street specifically. So thank you very much. I appreciate the time.
Thank you, Steve.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. Anything else? If not, we have no ordinances this evening, and we will move then to resolutions. And our first resolution is the Carroll City Cemetery Maintenance Building and 3rd Street Storm Sewer Improvements Project, not to exceed $1,180,000 general obligation capital loan notes. And Laura.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. This process actually started back when we were putting together our fiscal 2017 budget. When we were looking at these projects, we had originally held a public hearing and approved a pre-levy resolution of an amount not to exceed $1,220,000. Since then, the projects have been bid and construction contracts have been awarded. One construction contract is actually underway with the 3rd Street, and then the cemetery building will get underway here shortly. Well, as a result of those biddings, it has been determined that an additional $1,180,000 is needed to complete those projects. This includes the amount of money needed for the construction contracts to actually complete the work, as well as issuance costs that would be required of our bonding attorney and our financing advisors. So tonight is to start that process. So when you add those two together, we're looking at an amount not to exceed $2.4 million. And the new debt repayment schedule is at 8 years. When we had originally done this back in February, we had included an additional project that is now on hold, and that repayment schedule was at 10 years. So now we're looking at an 8-year repayment schedule for these 2 projects. Well, tonight starts that first process, or for the first step in the process of setting the public hearing for the next council meeting. So at the October 10th council meeting would be the public hearing, as well as what's called approve the preliminary official statement. And then on the 24th of October, we would plan to take bids and then present that information at the council meeting that night and award the winning bid. Then November 14th, we would go through the process of approving all the documents that go along with this process. And then finally, on November 30th, we would close on the capital loan notes and then actually receive the loan proceeds. So we're 2 months out from today before we actually get any loan proceeds from this process, as long as the bids come in favorable to the city. So what I'm asking council tonight to do is approve the attached resolution that would set the next council meeting of October 10th for the public hearing, and then direct the city clerk to publish the notice. Are there any questions?
So moved.
Second.
There is a motion and a second. Seaman?
Yes.
Fleshner?
Yes.
Cots?
Yes.
Base? Yes. Benami?
Yes.
Haley?
Yes.
Motion is approved.
Thank you. Our second resolution is in regards to the $2,290,000 general obligation capital loan notes, Series 2016B, agreement for municipal advisory services, and Laura.
Yes, this actually relates to what we just talked about with those two projects. I know the dollar amounts are slightly different. That has to do with the financial advisors advising that we make sure we set a not to exceed amount high enough and that we include all that we need in there. So with the changes in the laws over the years, it's a requirement now that anytime you work with a financial advisor, that you enter into an engagement letter or an agreement with them, and they state out, this is the services we're going to provide to you, and this is the responsibility of the city. And so that's what this does. That is attached into your memo, is that information, as well as they need to disclose to you if they perceive there's any conflict of interest. The couple items that they mention is they do work with the state of Iowa on some items, as well as the Iowa Finance Authority, which we have a loan outstanding with them, which we call the SRF, or the State Revolving Fund loan for our wastewater treatment plant. They don't believe it's a conflict, but since there's some relationships there, it just needs to be disclosed. So I guess I'd be looking for council to approve or accept the agreement for municipal advisory services with PFM Financial Advisors for the issuance of approximately $2.29 million of general obligation capital loan notes, Series 2016B.
So moved. Second.
There is a motion and a second. Cots?
Yes.
Benami?
Yes.
Haley?
Yes.
Base? Yes. Fleshner?
Yes.
Seaman?
Yes.
Motion is approved.
Thank you. The third resolution is the local planning administrative assistance contract with Region 12 to apply for and environmental review and public interest survey for housing application, and Laura.
Okay, so at the last council meeting, council took action and said, yes, we want to work with Region 12 to apply for a CDBG grant. This is the first step in that. Council had approved, stating there is some pre-planning work that needs to be done by Region 12 in order to apply for the grant. And this is that contract for their services in the amount of $500. They will help in the process of distributing a survey to households in a targeted area, which needs to be defined yet, and then compile the results of that survey, attend any public hearings, and then submit the grant on the behalf, or the application on the behalf of the city. Then the city would provide helping with the survey, with the mailing labels or the addresses, and postage, and any type of meetings that we need to hold throughout this process. I have reached out to a number of members of the housing committee that was in place when the housing study was done, and we have 5 members that have said yes, they would be willing to help out in this process of working with Region 12 to get the area identified and any other work that needs to be done to get the application in order, in place, so that we can apply for the grant. So tonight is approving the contract with Region 12 to do the pre-planning and get all the pre-work done for the application.
Any other questions for Laura? If not, I'll need a motion to approve the attached resolution for the local planning administrative assistance contract with Region 12 for the environmental review and public interest survey for a housing application.
So moved.
Second.
There is a motion and a second. Fleshner?
Yes.
Base? Yes. Haley?
Yes.
Seaman?
Yes.
Benami?
Yes.
Cots?
Yes.
Motion is approved.
Thank you. The fourth resolution is the city manager employment contract, and Laura.
At the last council meeting, council approved the conditional offer contingent to a number of items, including the completion of a background check, completion of reference check, completion of the physical exam and drug and alcohol test. So before you tonight is the contract of the items that were listed in the conditional offer have been incorporated into the employment contract. I have been in contact with Mr. Michael Kobe Weaver, and if council approves this, it is stated in here that he would begin duties as Carroll City Manager on October 24th.
I think he sent an email out to everybody if they saw it, thanking us too. Any other questions for Laura?
Looks good.
If not, I'll need a motion to approve the resolution approving the employment contract for the city manager position with Michael Pogge Weaver.
So. Second.
There is a motion and a second. Base?
Yes.
Fleshner?
Yes.
Haley?
Yes.
Benami?
Yes.
Cots?
Yes.
Seaman?
Yes.
Motion is approved.
Thank you. The fifth resolution is the 3rd Street HMA resurfacing 2017 project, and we're going to pick on Randy. Thank you.
Mr. Mayor. The capital improvement program includes the 3rd Street improvement project for next fiscal year. And that project is anticipated to include basically a resurfacing of 3rd Street from US Highway 71 to Grant Road, the entire mile. This year's budget includes funding to begin the development of that project, the design work on it. We have requested and received a proposed agreement from JEO Consulting Group to perform the preliminary work as well as final plans needed for development. The total expenditure on this project is anticipated to be $1.25 million. Of that, about $250,000 was originally projected for design and construction services. JEO's proposal or agreement includes a total of the design fee as a lump sum of $71,193. And then a construction fees on an hourly basis estimated at $80,078 for a total estimate with the construction of $151,271. The development of this project is on a federal aid time schedule. We have submitted the first step, which is called the concept statement. It was due September 13th in order to make the March 21st letting date. But the other development timelines are in your memorandum with, once again, bidding, which will be conducted by the DOT on March 21st of 2017. So unless there are any questions, I would recommend approval of the resolution approving the agreement with JEO for the 3rd Street resurfacing project.
This will include all the ADA stuff for the curbs into the streets and the sidewalk and stuff, correct?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, it will.
I move that we approve the agreement with JEO Consulting Group, Inc. for professional services for the 3rd Street HMA resurfacing 2017 project. Second.
There's a motion and a second. Fleshner?
Yes.
Haley?
Yes.
Seaman?
Yes.
Cots?
Yes.
Benami?
Yes.
Base? Yes. Motion is approved.
Thank you. The 6th resolution is the street lighting Ashwood Business Park subdivision, and Randy.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. There has been a request from a new resident on 10th Street in the Ashwood Business Park for streetlights in the area. The preliminary plat of the subdivision did include streetlights placed according to council policy. And as a result of the request, Mid-American Energy has prepared a resolution for your consideration for the installation of those 2 streetlights. The Cost of those is $23.81 each per month. Those are LED streetlights on non-moving poles. And that, based on the current rate of expenditure, would bring the total projected expenditure in the current budget for street lighting to $173,300. So unless there are any questions, I would recommend passage of the resolution adding these two streetlights.
So just to clarify, Randy, we're adding the $571.44 into the budget for the fiscal year 16-17 to cover those two lights, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Those are the same style of lights that are currently going in like streetscape now.
No,
No.
these are not the
Those are
streetscape
the-
lights.
oh,
These
okay.
are, these lights are leased from Mid-American Energy. They'll
Those-
be on poles that provided by them. Actually, they're composite or fiberglass poles.
Gotcha, okay.
And then, like we have in most of our.
Those most of the neighborhoods already, okay.
The big change being they are the new LED lights that are
Right.
Mhm.
in there.
Yep.
I'd move that we pass the resolution covering street lighting.
Second.
There's a motion and a second. Seaman?
Yes.
Cots?
Yes.
Base?
Yes.
Haley?
Yes.
Fleshner?
Yes.
Benami?
Yes.
Motion is approved.
Thank you. Our seventh and final resolution is the municipal golf course agreement, and Jack.
Thank you, Mayor. Tonight before you is a revised contract with Brenda Brueggemann, who has been golf course clubhouse manager, I believe, 5 years. Done a very good job. I get many compliments on her and her staff on a regular basis. And what she really does for us is takes tee times, makes sure everything on the golf course is being managed well, the play is flowing through the course well. They do trash around the golf course clubhouse, vacuum, just make sure the clubhouse is in order and everything looks nice. So I think we get a good price for this contract. The new contract is for $27,500 that's being proposed to you tonight. It'll be a 3-year agreement. That amount will stay in place for 3 years. I guess I would, if there's any specific questions, I won't read the contract line by line. It'll be here for a while. But Dave Bruner has reviewed it and gave my recommendations back to me, and those were put into the agreement. But it's very similar to what we've had in the past.
Just for clear, 27.7, right?
Yes.
Yeah, 27.5, okay.
Oh, 27.7, yep, and that is a set price for the next 3 years.
I don't know if you know the answer to this, but I do have one question, and that's on one of the bullet points 10. It says the manager shall provide the city finance director with certificates of insurance for general liability during shopping. Is that paid by us as the city, or who?
She pays that.
She pays that
Yes.
herself?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep. And she provides that before she gets in there each year.
Okay.
She'll give a copy to Laura, and Laura puts it in the file.
What was the contract at?
25,725. Approximately 7.5%, 2.5.
It was that way for previous 3 years?
Yeah. Yep.
I'll reiterate what you said, Jack. Brenda and her staff do a phenomenal job. They do the city proud with their services at the golf course.
I never hear much as far as complaints about the service and what she's doing out there at all. I think it's been-
Very good food.
Hey, Jack, not necessarily pertaining to the contract, but the software that we bought for the rec center and such, with the option of being able to do memberships and stuff online, where are we sitting at with that?
What I was recommending to McKenzie and them is they would get the rec center started, and then add on the aquatic center, and that would be, the golf course would be the last piece that we will add. We're implementing the software very soon, and hopefully early spring we can get with Brenda and look at that and most likely implement it into the golf course setting. And again, this would be strictly the golf course, the membership, the tee times, that aspect of it. Any of the food and beverage would not be included in this. That's her business, so.
But this spring is when you're looking at getting that implemented there?
We're gonna evaluate it, and we'll sit down and look at the program, see how it works, and if it seems like what we should implement. She has a software right now that is very inexpensive that coordinates the tee times, you know, so she can look on the computer and see how many times, Greg Schreck played out there. And it's basic software program now. It works for what we need, but yeah, we will take a look at this over the winter and see how it works. And
Thank you.
Yep.
That get you answered, Mike?
It did.
Any other questions for Jack? If not, I'll need a motion to approve the golf course clubhouse manager lease and management agreement with Brenda Bruggeman for the 2017, 2018, and 2019 golf seasons.
So moved.
Second?
There's a motion and a second. Seaman?
Yes.
Days? Yes. Cox?
Yes.
Haley?
Yes.
Benami?
Yes.
Fleshner?
Yes.
Motion is approved.
Thank you. I trust everyone has read the committee reports and monthly activity reports. Any questions or statements with regards to those? If not, I would like to take time to thank the council for another productive meeting. I also would like to state that I look forward to the start of the new city manager. This has been a long process, and I will take this time now to thank the council, the city staff, and the citizens of Carroll for being patient and understanding while we completed this hiring process. Are there any comments from the council? If not, I'll seek a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Second.
Benami?
Yes.
Days? Yep. Haley?
Yes.
Cox?
Yes.
Seaman?
Yes.
Fleshner?
Yes.
We are adjourned.
Thank you.